Yes, it is true that the Sith is used for the end of the harvest when it is ripe. And even in the Bible, it was understood that we are a product of our environment, and that God picks the fruit that is ripe amongst the souls of men. This is why they train people to be killers without having to train them at all. Just creating the parameters in the environment and changing the variables so it suits the end product they are trying to achieve, the result. This is why the British, the Chinese, the Americans, and the CIA exploit Africa, because they understand the environment. And they understand that there are certain factors like the Sahara and the African savanna and the African jungles that differ as the terrain goes north, which means that if you infect sub-Saharan African countries like Cameroon, Nigeria, Central African Republic, Congo, etc., South Africa, you are more likely to kill black Africans. Notice that capoeira didn't just come from Africa. It came from sub-Saharan Africa. Because the arts are Nubian arts. Let me give you an example. I chose this picture because it is a skull. And the white man likes putting skulls in his artwork. That's part of what made it easy to connect the dots. Just like you have Nestle bottle or Snapple bottle, or you have a Coke bottle. They left their emblem, their symbol, their mark. Just like they found tools in Nigeria that are similar to the tools they found in Saudi Arabia. A product of society. The white man used the African servants to extract information, to advance their society through enhancing the variables, building up the infrastructure. They created killers by creating the situation, and then they pick and choose which ones to approach to further their means. They created the traitor Jews by creating the environment of World War II and the concentration camps and the Warsaw ghettos. The answer to why wasn't there evidence that 6 million Jews were gassed is because only maybe 100,000 Jews were gassed, if that. The majority of Jews were killed in medical experiments and euthanasia and the T4 program. The majority of Jews were killed by psychiatrists and Nazi surgeons. Hitler was a gangster created by the environment that the Jews had created in the Treaty of Versailles. They created a monster like Frankenstein, and they were trying to control that monster. But the psychiatrists and the doctors who were attempting to control Hitler's mind couldn't do it. And he was unwilling to differentiate between the traitor Jews who were controlling him, who were funding him, who created him, and the victim Jews who they were targeting. So they tried to work ways around it by creating secret societies within the Nazi Party, including ones that would help Jews escape the country for a high price, including ones that would eventually plot his death and fail to kill him by placing a bomb under the table. Hitler created the environment where his own wife and 2 children committed suicide and killed themselves. His own children was poisoned by him and his wife. Hitler himself took his own life, if you believe the way history records it and the way most historians tell it. So what does this tell you? This tells you that the pirates, who are more than just pirates, but advanced, evolved pirates that helped evolve the secret societies. Notice the Templars had their own fleet because the secret societies were playing both sides. Notice that the gospel took them to Malta, where the Knights of Malta, the island of Malta, onwards north to Rome, where Paul and Peter worked together to build the Catholic Church. The first church, again, if you believe what historians, the majority of historians would agree on and would tell you. And then you had the split of the churches. You had Constantinople. You had the Eastern philosophies, the Eastern Orthodox. At every point in society and in the history of society, you had one faction getting rid of the other. The Jews in World War II. The Christians persecuting each other. The Muslim Shiites and Sunnis fighting with each other. In Nigeria, you have the different factions of Boko Haram fighting with each other. The reason this is happening is because the manufacturers of the environment, the machine, have made a blueprint for the machine. And they have in mind how the product should be.